Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you are a returning viewer, I have a really great pick a card today that I'm doing in collaboration with Chelsea Goodman, who has her own YouTube channel, and I'm going to explain how to do that in a minute. First, I do want to let you know you're probably going to hear my cat Coco in the background because she is behind me. She's been eating her breakfast. So you'll probably hear her meowing. Don't be alarmed. That's all that it is. But we're going to be, Chelsea and I are going to be doing these two readings that are meant to work together. So here on my channel today, I'm going to be asking the question, what is this person willing to do to make this work, to make this relationship work, to make this love connection work? What are they willing to do to make this work? And we've got 3 reading options for that. So you're going to go ahead and choose your option here like you normally would. Watch your video here and then go to the link in the description so that you can get the rest of your reading about the love connection that you're asking about. And again, the link to Chelsea's video is going to be in the description. The question she is asking is, how optimistic are they about this relationship or connection? So she's asking, how optimistic are they? You know, do they feel like it's going to work? That kind of thing. And we're going to be asking over here, what are they willing to do to make it work? All right, so I really hope you go check her out. When you go over to Chelsea's channel, make sure to give her video a like and make sure that your comments are very positive there, because I definitely don't want to send over any negative vibes. I don't think any of my viewers would do that. But I just want to put that out there. I think that you'll really enjoy her channel. If she's new to you, you definitely want to give her a check out. So let's look at your options here. Option 1 is going to be this lapis lazuli. Number 2 is this green calcite. And then number 3 is amber. So take a moment, look at your choices, and then look down below for the timestamp to go to your particular reading. And again, when you're done watching the reading here, go over to Chelsea's video so that you can get the remainder of this reading. They are meant to be viewed together so that you get the fullest reading. All right, this is the reading for people who chose number 1, which was the lapis lazuli. So there are a lot of reversals here. As you can see, we have Temperance reversed, Knight of Cups reversed, Ten of Wands reversed, the Sun card reversed, and then upright we have the Empress and the Knight of Swords. So the first thing I'm getting here is this person, what would they be willing to do to make this work? They definitely are willing to defend you. They want you as the Empress to be able to have a beautiful, comfortable life. We also see, there's a dog here in this card with her. Like, dogs are symbolic of loyalty. I think this person wants to be of service to you. They are very loyal to you, and they would always defend you if you needed to be defended. So that's what they're willing to do to make it work. I feel, excuse me. I think this person is expecting that this connection, this relationship, is going to bring about a lot of happiness for both of you with the Sun card, although the Sun card is reversed. So they might, right now they might have a little bit of trouble believing that they can actually get to this ultimate happiness with you. But even in reverse, the Sun card is very positive. I feel like they do want to make you happy. Lapis lazuli is a stone that also speaks to like happiness and joy. Hold on just a moment, I need to clear my throat. Okay. And then we have Temperance reversed, Knight of Cups reversed, and Ten of Wands. So, upright to me, Temperance and Ten of Wands are both about, putting in the hard work, doing a lot of hard work, taking on the responsibilities of a relationship. Checking in with each other, making sure the other person is okay, being dutiful in the relationship. Temperance as well to me is about forming a very strong bond by being able to work through difficulties, like work through obstacles together, you know. So if you have a financial setback, the two of you are willing to work through it together. If you have an argument, you're willing to work through it. That's, to me, what the Temperance card symbolizes for relationship readings, is that working through difficult times together brings you closer together and actually strengthens your bond. So with that and 10 of Wands reversed, in terms of doing the hard work to make the relationship work, there is some sort of blockage here. For some reason, this person is not willing to work through hard times with you. Let me pull some clarifiers to understand better what that's all about. So they do love you. We have the Two of Cups, Five of Swords, and Eight of Cups. I feel like this person is someone who, when they love someone, the person they're in a relationship with, they don't like to have arguments with that person. They also are not someone who's going to walk away when an argument occurs, but they prefer for arguments to not happen. So I feel like I kind of get the message here that what this person wants to do is to create a scenario where there isn't a lot of reason for there to be conflict. So they do want to bond with you, but they don't want that bond to be formed through conflict and arguments. You know, they want the bond to be formed in other ways, just by being nice to each other, treating each other nicely, making the other person happy. Let me ask why the Knight of Cups is reversed. Now, the Knight of Cups is a card about romance, so this would show me, if it was upright, that this person wants to be very sweet to you. Maybe they want to whisper sweet nothings. They want to, you know, play romantic music for you, that kind of thing. Reverse, the Knight of Cups can be a little bit of a player. So we have Nine of Cups, Eight of Pentacles reversed, and Judgment. Yeah, I feel like this person doesn't want a relationship to feel like work. That's too hard for them. They just want a relationship that's going to be easy and nice, and that's never going to have any obstacles, and that's never going to have any frustrations. There's never going to be any conflict within the relationship. Now, they're willing to have conflict in order to, like, stand up for you against other people. But when it comes to you, the way that they want to make it work is that just for everything to always be nice, to always be easy. You know, they just always want to be happy. They always want you to be happy. You know, and it's good for people to be happy, but, you know, you can't just pretend to be happy when you're not. Let me get a little bit. So what else do we need to know about this person and their approach to this relationship or connection? Well, you should know that this person is not at all worried about this. You know, they don't worry about their connection with you. They feel like they're still waiting for their ship to come in. You know, maybe you're not in a relationship with them yet, and they're just waiting for that to happen. And they do believe that it will happen. Or if you are in a relationship, they're waiting for that to, you know, for you all to go to the next level, and they trust fully that that will happen. Why is this person afraid of having any sort of conflict? Or why do they not want that? I don't understand. I just feel like it's important for this person to feel successful in a relationship. You know, to them, a successful relationship is one that does not have conflict. doesn't seem very realistic to me. So I'm kind of struggling with this reading a little bit. Why do they feel like it's realistic to never have conflict? So intuitively what I'm getting from this is I feel like this person feels like they're very generous. They always try to be very kind. And they just assume that what they're going to get in return is for nobody to ever really question them, you know. They're like, well, I'm nice, I'm generous, I smile even when I'm not happy, I smile. I pretend to be happy even when I'm not. So this person kind of expects other people, when they're in relationships, they expect their partner to do the same thing. To smile even if they're not happy. So how is that working for this person? We get the Knight of Swords again. I mean, even this person, like, gets frustrated with themselves sometimes, you know? Because they're like, you know, this isn't realistic. Even they know at some level that it isn't realistic. And they get, I feel like, and sometimes they don't know that it's realistic, and they get upset that other people are not giving them back this same, like, sugary, sweet, you know, oh, I'm always happy about our relationship. Nothing about our relationship ever makes me upset, you know. You know, when they don't get that back in a relationship, that does upset them. That's what upsets them. When someone doesn't just always try to be happy or always pretend to be happy, that's what finally will trigger them to have an argument in a relationship. So let me just pull one card to answer the original question. What's the best card here that can just most accurately summarize what this person is willing to do to make this work? I'm just going to read the card in upright because it's easier. Okay, well, they're willing to be very passionate. They're willing to be very passionate. They're definitely, as we've seen before, they're willing to stuff down their own negative emotions in order to make you happier. You know, and I think maybe that's why the Sun card is reversed, because they, you know, reversed, this is maybe like a saccharine happiness, like a fake, you know, like a fake sugar, you know, it's not real sweetness. It's just pretend sweetness. So they're willing to do that, and sometimes that's what's called for, but you know, sometimes it feels like it is going to backfire for this person when, you know, if you are not always being sugary sweet back to them, because nobody always feels that way about everything, right? Nobody's always content and totally happy about everything. That's impossible. And when you're not, that makes them mad. Or that makes them, it makes them feel like it's unfair somehow, because they feel like that's what they're willing to give. They're willing to always wear this mask, you know. Like also I see with the Six of Wands, this could be the type of person also, like when they're on a relationship, they want to make the relationship look good to other people outside the relationship as well. Like on social media, they're going to make the relationship look super successful, you know, like the facade of what it looks like seems to be more important to this person than the reality of the true bond. You know, they're like, well, if we look good on paper, that's the most important thing. So that's where this person is, you know, that's just what I'm getting for the people who chose reading number 1. Now, again, make sure that you go over to Chelsea's channel. The link to her video is in the description, and pick your card there. You don't have to choose the same number over there. You can choose whichever option you want, and so it's sort of a mix and match reading. And then you'll find out how optimistic this person is about this connection. And there might be some further information that comes up in her readings as well. I really love her style. I think you will as well. So go on over there, and guys, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, folks who chose reading number 2, which was the green calcite. This is your reading asking, what is this person willing to do to make this work? So we have the Page of Wands reversed, the Six of Swords reversed, the Chariot reversed. We have the Nine of Wands reversed, the Sun card, and then the Five of Pentacles reversed. So everything is reversed except for the Sun card. It's funny, this reminds me a little bit so far of reading number 1, but we'll get into it more and see what's going on here. This person is willing to make you happy. They're willing to have lighthearted fun with you. That's what they like to do to make a relationship work, is to keep things lighthearted, to keep things sunny and positive, to be very optimistic. Let me just choose one card here to help me understand why there are so many blockages. What's all the blocked energy trying to represent? Okay. So we have Strength card with 3 of Pentacles. So this person does have a strong ability to make a relationship work in practical ways. They do have that strength. And I think these reversals could just indicate that maybe sometimes they're not aware of that strength, or they don't fully utilize that strength. But they do have a strong ability to make things work. So, so one of the things that they're good at doing to make a relationship work, and specifically to make this connection or relationship work with you, is they're willing to cut away anything that's not good for the relationship. They also know from past experience, either with you or in previous relationships, they know from past experience kind of like what the problems are that might arise in certain situations. So they kind of prepare themselves for possible problems that could come up. So they try to stay prepared. You know, they try to learn from past experience so that they can improve themselves. 5 of Pentacles, to me, indicates someone who's willing to help you out when you're in difficult times. You know, even if they don't have a lot to give, they would want to provide you with whatever support you could, the support that they could, you know. You know, they may not always see, you know, this guy who's walking on all of these skulls, he doesn't see that some of them look like emeralds, you know. He just thinks he's walking across these stones that are worthless. And so even though this person tries to remain optimistic, I think sometimes they themselves don't see all of the positive possibilities. Although they try to stay in that optimistic mindset. But in general, to me, you know, especially with images that are closer to the Rider-Waite version of this card, where we have 2 people out in the cold, struggling together through the cold. They don't notice that there's a church that has warmth inside and people that can help them. They don't notice the assistance that's available to them. But they're willing to struggle through these hard times together. Neither of them really has much to give each other. You know, they're both wearing these ragged clothes. They're both out in the cold, you know. But so it's kind of like, even in the darkest moments in this connection, or the most difficult times that you all face, like if you went through a bankruptcy, or like if one of you had a loved one who passed away or something like that, you're both willing to help each other out, even if you don't really have a lot of resources to do that, you know. So let's say that someone in your life passed away, just to go back to that example. This person, even if they don't feel comfortable talking about death, and most people don't, even if they can't come up with the right words to say, like they're really struggling themselves to really know what to give you or how to support you, they would still try their best, you know. They're like, well, I'm going to try. I don't know if it's going to help, you know. I don't know if this is going to comfort them, but I'm going to try, even though it's hard for me too, to be comforting about something that also makes me feel, you know, kind of nervous. So that's the energy I get. They're willing to, you know, they're willing to really put themselves out for you, I feel like. So at this point, this reading actually is quite different from reading number 1. But, and then we have Page of Wands. Again, I feel like these reversals, as we've said, is just because this person doesn't give themselves credit for their abilities when it comes to love. and making love connections, relationships work. So we have Page of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Chariot. I mean, this person is very passionate. Again, like with Page of Wands and the Sun, I think they like to be playful, like they like to be flirty, maybe make you laugh, tell jokes to lift your spirits, or they just like to keep things playful as much as they can. But they're definitely willing to face the less playful times with you when that's necessary. I feel like they have a very healing presence on you. Again, like if there's anything with going on in your life that's making you sad, if you're feeling anxious, I feel like this person tries to soothe you. They try to like make it better for you. And with the Chariot, I mean, they just continue to want to go further and further. You know, they're trying to get from point A to point B in this relationship or connection. So if you're not in a relationship, they are trying to further that along. They either want to be in a relationship with you to get to that point, or if they already are, you know, they want the two of you to continue on this journey together. And they're willing to, you know, strike a real balance in their lives to make that work. The Chariot card is always about moving forward through balance. You know, we're balancing all of these things that are in opposition. Balancing lightness and darkness, masculine and feminine, light and shadow. Balancing your inner needs with the outer expectations that are placed upon you. Balancing your personal life with your professional or your public life. So I feel like this person is willing to bring all of those parts of their life that are in opposition. They're willing to try to bring them in balance and harmony so that whatever they have with you will continue to move forward smoothly. All right, so that's what I'm getting for folks who chose reading number 2. I hope that that was a helpful reading to you. Make sure to go over to Chelsea's channel, look for the link to her video in the description box, and pick one of her readings. It's sort of a mix and match. You don't have to pick the same number over there on her channel, but just pick, when you get over there, pick the one that is intuitively calling out to you, and that's going to give you a fuller message. She, again, is going to be asking how optimistic is this person about this relationship or connection. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. All right, people who chose reading number 3, which was the Amber, what is this person willing to do to make this work? We have the Princess of Swords, the Nine of Swords reversed, Ace of Cups, we have Queen of Cups reversed, Seven of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. So I feel like, you know, the first thing I'm getting with that Princess of Swords with the Nine of Swords reversed is like, this person is not, they are not overwhelmed by you being in your full truth, you know, in your full power. I think especially if you're a woman, you know, sometimes people can be a little taken aback by a woman who is very assertive with her ideas or her opinions. Someone who is just very, you know, it's like you want to get to the heart of the matter. You're like, I need to know the truth, and like you're not settling for any bullshit, you know. This person is not intimidated by that. They like seeing you in your full power, I feel like. It does not worry them. They can accept you being in your full power. So that's part of what they do to make this work, is just they are capable of allowing you to be completely who you are. The powerful, strong person who you are. And we have Ace of Cups. Of course, Ace of Cups is about showing someone love, like being loving, being compassionate. So they always try to hold you in compassion. And then at the bottom we have Queen of Cups reversed, Seven of Swords, and then the King of Pentacles. So this guy in the Seven of Swords seems like he's looking back towards the King of Pentacles and going towards the Queen of Cups. I feel like, what I kind of feel like from this is that anytime they feel like you are sad or like your emotions are not in a good place, they like to show you love, but part of the way that this person shows love is through being a stable presence in your life. So this might be someone who tries to make you feel better by buying you gifts, or, they're like, hey, if you're worried about, that bill that you can't pay, let me help you out with that. They like to be a comforting presence like that. And they might not come out and say, like, I'm doing this because I love you, or I'm doing this because I feel like you look sad, or you seem upset, or, they might not say that. With the Seven of Swords, I feel like they try to, they don't like to make a big show of it. They do like to be very generous, and that's a big part of how they show you that they love you, but they're not going to, like, say, this is me showing you my love, but they do hope that you recognize that without them saying it. They do want you to realize that they're doing this because they love you. Let me just clarify Queen of Cups reverse. I feel like there's more of a message there. So we get the Lovers reversed. I don't know if this is, get it in the frame there. Lovers reversed, Two of Cups reversed. Okay. I think that this person feels like you don't believe that this connection is going to work. If you all are not in a relationship, they're like, she or he does not know this, but I've got long-term commitment on my mind, and that's my goal here. So they might feel like saying that to you right now would not be wise. So they're keeping that to themselves, that that's what they want. And I feel like this person feels like sometimes you get sad thinking that you're never going to have this relationship, that change is never going to happen. Or if you're in a relationship, rising up to the next level, which is what Judgment symbolizes to me, like maybe going from a Two of Cups to a Lover's experience, maybe you feel like that's not going to happen. And this person is like, oh, I've got secrets. They've got some secret plans about, how to make this work long term. The King of Pentacles, is often like the perfect husband card. It is very spouse oriented, very marriage oriented. Definitely someone who's into long-term commitments. But they probably are not saying that to you outright, because they feel like the strategy here, the way to make this work right now, is not to tell you that that's what they're going after. But they do, try to make sure in the meantime that you do feel loved and appreciated by them, because they don't like you to feel sad. They definitely don't want you to feel like this isn't going to work. They want you to feel loved and all of that. But for whatever reason, strategically, they feel like right now wouldn't be a good time to let you know that they are having that long-term committed vision. Maybe they're afraid you would think it was too soon, or they just need to lay some more of a framework, more of a foundation before they feel like it's good to kind of let you in on their big plans for the two of you. But yeah, this is someone, to make it work, they have a long-term vision. They have a very grounded, practical, long-term vision. And they can definitely allow you to be in your full power. So that's what I see for people who chose reading number 3. I really hope that you enjoyed that reading. And remember, go to watch Chelsea Goodman's video, which is meant to be watched in conjunction with this one. She's asking, how optimistic is this person about this relationship connection? And I feel like with any tarot reading, you're going to get more insights than just the original question asked as well. And I really love Chelsea's style. I always get a lot out of her readings. I really appreciate how she reads, and I think that you will as well. So make sure to go over there and watch that. You don't have to choose reading 3 again. You can choose whichever reading you want to watch on her channel, so it's sort of a mix and match. So everyone's reading is going to be a little different. All right, so guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this. Go over to her channel, and guys, I will see you later. Bye-bye.